You might think that with water, there's no such thing as too much. It's good for you after all.
Hold on.
But it turns out that
really quick. I gotta pee really quick.
Okay.
So ever since we were little, maybe we were on a sports team or something like that, people are always telling us to hydrate. But is there such a thing as drinking too much water? It turns out there is. So there's the recommended 6 to 8 glasses a day, and you can drink, more than that. Maybe you're working out, you're sweating it out, but not a lot more, it turns out, because our body's really, really good at maintaining homeostasis. So, we wake up, we drink a little water, we work out, we sweat it out, we drink more, we feel thirsty, we pee it out. It's all good. It's all good in the hood. But if you drink too much, your body can't easily rid itself of the surplus. You dilute sodium levels in your blood. Osmosis then draws water from the blood into body cells to equalize sodium levels, and those cells swell. At that point, you have hyponatremia, or water intoxication.
Yeah.
Now, if that cellular bloating continues to occur and it happens up in your brain, it can actually be fatal. So that's actually really scary. And, this wasn't something that was much talked about. People didn't really know about it. But then marathoners started dying, actually, from this water intoxication because they weren't like the people in the front of the pack. They were like the more slower marathoners.
So they were asking for it. That's what you're saying.
No, they were still trying to hydrate to the level of somebody who was exerting this insane amount of energy.
Yes.
And then they would overbloat their body, which is insane. And it's almost the exact opposite as if you drink like salt water. You're putting too much sodium, so then you're scringing them. I don't know what that was.
Scringing them?
Scringing yourself.
If you think about historically, what are the opportunities that people had to just drink way too much water in a small period of time? There's not a lot of opportunities for that. I mean, there's the marathoners, and other marathons are a great example of it, but there are other athletes as well. I guess there's some small chance that we're in such a bottled water, that's good because most people don't drink enough. But we are constantly thinking about hydrating, but most people throughout history, they didn't have enough water, let alone too much.
Well, we don't have enough water now here in California, and we still
drink. Yeah, you're right. I should probably pour this out then. But anyway, it wouldn't have normally been much of a problem. Now, a lot of people, I find they can sort of err on the side of offense when it comes to this. So people walk up to me and say, "John, you look so swole," and I say I'm sick, and you're being a fucking asshole to me right now. I've been dealing with it since I was a kid. Why don't I stop drinking? I can't stop. I drink too much. And that's my cross to bear.
And
anyway.
If you're wondering if you're drinking too much, they actually gave you gives a tip of how to know. They say weigh yourself before and after a workout. Now, if you've lost more than 3 or 4% of your body weight, you're probably flirting with dehydration and might want to drink a bit more next time. But if you've gained weight or your fingers seem swollen and your rings are tight, you're most likely drinking too much and should moderate intake, which is really interesting. So for me, I was a huge runner. That wasn't huge. It was just a runner.
Well, you're probably swollen for all the goddamn water you were drinking.
But so I started drinking a lot more water, and I started drinking a lot more liquids, and my doctor actually told me I was drinking too much liquid from my body. Yeah. And you don't even think about that when people are like, "Oh, drink more water, drink more alcohol."
The ring thing is definitely interesting. The problem is
your fingers swell.
Yeah, I don't. You have to be wearing rings to really tell, though. I can't necessarily. My fingers swollen right now.
But you know if your fingers are swollen. You feel it.
Or if you lose the weight, but you have to be tracking your weight. What I would say is track the color of your urine. If it's very colorful and dark, then that indicates that you're dehydrated. If it's basically just water that you're pissing out, then you're probably drinking too much. And most people, I would like to think, are actually looking at where they're peeing when they're peeing. If you're just looking around, that's dangerous. And so that's easy to keep track of. So I would go with that.
That's me peeing like a man.
Yeah. She has a 5-foot-long penis.
I don't know. I thought this was really interesting because it's something that not a lot of people think about. If you want to know more of these little interesting health tidbits, be sure to subscribe to Think Tank if you are not subscribed already. Like the video if you're in the same boat as John, and feed your brain with new videos every day of the week.